draw close to the fire. Not all of you. Just those of you who were in Millbrook when the grey morning brought him in, who know the sound of that mare's hooves, who have stood at the Shadow Vale's edge at dusk and felt something watching. You know who arrived. Tonight we are going to tell you who he was before he arrived. His name in the Compact's records is listed simply as Gareth. No family name, no house affiliation. Outlander background, which is the Compact's formal notation for a person who arrived competent, arrived alone, and declined to explain either circumstance in detail. He is 60 winters old at the time of this accounting. He stands 6 feet measured, grey-eyed, grey at the temples, with the particular quality of stillness that distinguishes a man who has spent decades in forests from a man who merely visits them. When he walks, he moves with his weight low and quiet. When he stops completely. No fidgeting, no unnecessary gesture, no wasted sound. He carries the following: 1 longbow, yew heartwood, horn knox, maintained as if it is a living thing. 1 quiver of 24 arrows, goose-fletched, uniform to within a hair's breadth. 1 hunting knife, bone handle worn smooth at the grip. 1 travel cloak, forest green, mended at the left shoulder with thread of a slightly different shade. The Compact's assessor, who examined him at the Thornwall Gate in his 42nd year, noted in his intake record, "This man has been ranging for longer than most rangers live. Whatever shortened his colleagues' careers has not yet found him. Whether this reflects exceptional skill, exceptional luck, or something the assessor declined to classify, the record does not say. He came from the mountain country, originally. The eastern ridgelines, the kind of place where the winters are long enough to teach you patience, and the summers short enough to make you ruthless about using them. His family, if he had one, are not in any record. His first appearance in documented history is as a hired tracker in the retinue of a minor northern noble house, age 22. He was there for 7 years. Then a different house. Then a commission for the Thornwall Compact, his first formal engagement, tracking displaced humanoid incursions along the eastern borderlands. Then 3 years he has not described to anyone in detail. Then the Compact formally, as assigned an oath-bound ranger at the age of 38. 22 years of service, 12 of them with active commissions. The last 3 quieter, administrative designation, consultation work, the kind of role they give a man who knows too much to lose and too much to risk in the field. Then Millbrook. In the Compact's records, his reassignment to Millbrook is classified as voluntary retirement to independent observation status. In practical terms, a man who has been watching the borderlands for 40 years found a small village at the edge of an ancient wood, hung a sign above a cottage door, and decided that the best use of what he knew was to stay still and watch. The Compact did not argue. They had learned not to argue with Gareth about what the borderlands needed. 15 years before Millbrook, in the high autumn of his 45th year, Gareth tracked a stag across 3 days of ridge country in the service of a noble commission. The animal was exceptional. 16-point rack, perfect condition, the kind of specimen that appears once in a careful hunter's career. He found it in a clearing on the 3rd morning, standing in early light. It looked at him. Not the way animals look at hunters, not the wide-eyed flight assessment of prey calculating threat. It looked at him the way a person looks at another person, with recognition, and something beneath recognition, that the Compact's records describe as an inquiry as to intent. He did not shoot. He returned to the nobles and told them the stag had fled, too swift, too clever, beyond the hunting grounds. They believed him because they needed to. The commissions grew smaller after that. The relationship deteriorated. A younger tracker appeared from their own holdings, and Gareth stopped being called. He does not discuss whether he regrets the loss of the work. He does not discuss what he decided alone in that clearing when the stag looked at him and waited. What can be observed is this. From that year forward, he served only the Compact. He took no commission for vanity. He hunted for necessity and for sustenance and for the protection of the communities he watched over, and for no other reason. Whether this represents a conversion or a confirmation of something already true is a question the records do not answer. The stag has not been seen since. The Compact notes it may still be in the Shadow Vale. Whether it is the same animal is a question the scribes noted and declined to resolve. He drinks mead at the Thistle and Tankard. 1 mug, usually. Sometimes 2 when the stories come loose. He listens more than he speaks. He watches with sharp grey eyes that have not dulled and do not miss much. He has taken an apprentice, a tanner's son named Dan Weilmark, 13 years old when they began, with eyes that watch the way Gareth's eyes watch, and a relationship with the Shadow Vale wood that Gareth recognizes and has been trying carefully to ensure the boy does not waste. Vera plans to annex Millbrook. He has known for some time. He has made no formal move because formal moves require timing, and timing requires watching. And watching is what he does better than almost anything else alive. He sits at the fletching bench at night and thinks about oaths. Which ones he has kept, which ones he owes, and what it means that the world has arranged, with its usual indifference to personal preference, that keeping the oaths he cares about requires him to do something he has been too tired for. He looks at the Shadow Vale through the north-facing window. The wood does not reassure him. It simply waits, the way it always has, for him to decide what he is going to do. Again, this is a tale from the realm. You are listening to The Root and the Branch, a chronicle of Dane Weilmark. If this is your first visit, welcome. The fire is warm, the story is long, and nothing that matters happens quickly. If you have been here before, you already know such things.